Hello everybody, Patrick here from the Flight Sim Deck YouTube channel, also one of the content managers here at FSElite, and today we're checking out the DCS Supercarrier, which has finally been released for beta. It was scheduled to be released early spring, but it got a little delayed, and now, as of towards the end of May here, it's finally arrived, and we're going to check out some of the basic operations on the upper deck here. Now, these carriers, they include thousands and thousands of crew members, so it really adds a whole nother layer of realism to have all of them out here. And the animations are very, very minimal with the robotic lookingness. They look very human. Little gaps in between some of the animations as they go from one animation to another, maybe a split second of them pausing before doing the next one, but still very realistic looking. Now, overall, you're going to get 5 carriers towards the end. Right now, you're getting the 3, the Theodore Roosevelt, the Abraham Lincoln, and the George Washington. Later coming, the John C. Stennis and the Harry S. Truman. And to get loading these, you just enter the missions, and you have the case recoveries. You can launch from the catapult, cold start to taxi. You can load them this way, and we'll also get into how to do your own in a little bit later in the video. And so once you load these in, you will see a whole new makeover to the carriers that you once knew, with all these crew members moving around, doing their thing. The yellows are going to be your aircraft handling officers, or the catapult and arresting gear officers, or the plane directors. The green are also catapult arresting or gear crews, the cargo handlers, the hook runners, or sometimes the maintenance or quality control guys. The white, quality assurance, safety observers, or the oxygen crews. The red are always ordnance men, like EOD, explosive ordnance disposal, or fighter fighters. And then you'll see the purples, usually in the back. They handle the fuel, and the browns are the plane captains. But those are the main crew you'll see up there and running around all over the place to make this looking very real. Now, one of the great new things with this too is you can even take on the landing signal officer position, which is going to be fun to help guide your friends in playing online. And if you want to check out the Grim Reapers channel, they have a great tutorial on how this works. Right now, we're just throttling up the engines. The signal he's giving us right now is to spool up the engines. And then we're going to give him a salute, which is one of the new communications that you can do. I have that mapped to a button on the joystick. Just hit that. Give him the salute once you're throttled up, and then you just get out of there right away with the catapult. Now, if you do get tired of the same perfect weather daytime missions, you can come over to the mission editor, create new mission. I'm going to scroll down for the blue to the USA, and then we'll hit OK on that. And then we're going to load in a carrier. So we're on the Caucasus map as some of the most water. We'll click the carrier, come over to the USA because you need the USA to get these carriers. We'll pick the Theodore Roosevelt, but that's where you can select them. And just left click to place it in there. And then we're going to place a waypoint for it. And this is where the carrier will travel the whole time. You can also control the speed here. We'll set it to about 15 knots, and that's how fast the carrier will travel. Then we're going to zoom all the way in. And you can place everything you want on the carrier here, any aircraft, and you can have it all AI or you can have it yourself. So we're going to select an F-18C, we're going to put it right there. You can click anywhere, and then you can select here, just do takeoff from runway, and that'll put it right on the catapult. Or you can do it from the ramp or cold, whatever you want. And then for skill, go select player, and that will make that aircraft you. You will be in control of that. Otherwise, it'll be AI. And then you can add, you know, more aircraft, vehicles. Let's see if we had a F-18C. We'll just put one there, and then we'll have him just we'll take off from the ramp. So pretty much after we take off, he'll move into position and take off too. And like I said, if you want to have the vehicles, you can do so here. You can select different types, and you can just place them around the deck wherever you see fit. So next, if you want to mess with the weather, we can also do that. So this is where you can change the time in the weather. So let's get a nice sunset to see a kind of a difference here. So we'll go 2100 hours, and then select some weather. We can give it. Let's give it a little bit of clouds and some wind, and then make sure you hit this load button. Otherwise, it will not load the weather in. From there, you just hit File, Save. We're going to save over this one I have here, and then you can always come back to these and edit them. Once you load them in, if you didn't like something, you can go back and add more, so that's also nice too. So for now, we'll just exit, come over to Mission, and we're going to load up the one we just did. It's going to load very fast because we don't have much to it. And then we'll hit Fly. Look at that, we got this beautiful, beautiful sunset now on the carrier, which is very refreshing from the usual daytime stuff. Now, a lot of people have been experiencing lag with this. One is that it's on the beta server, and two, if you're loading in the missions, there's a lot of stuff going on those carriers. So this might be the way to go for you guys to just do your own mission, you know, put on, you know, very minimal aircraft, and it seems to play pretty smooth. And just like that, we're off into the sunset. So definitely looking forward to how this carrier progresses. There's going to be a lot more going on with it in the future. They're going to be adding a lot of things, so you might want to follow that. It's not going to be due for the final release for a while, but as of right now, you can use it on the beta server, which means you kind of have to have 2 copies of DCS installed on your PC to get this running. But that's really going to be it for this video. Hope the mission editor part helped you guys out to get you going on some different missions, trying out some new things, and having some fun with that. So yeah, have fun with the Supercarrier, guys. Thanks for watching the video. You take care.